Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Hope you're having a great Tuesday. Thank you for tuning in to our Crossroads Daily live broadcast. And we are live. Like I said yesterday, if you hear a different noise, sometimes people come in or walk in. My good friend Kevin Cood showed up during the broadcast yesterday, and he thought we was on actual TV or a news station or something. I said, no, it's just our Facebook channel on that. So we're not on TV yet. So probably never will be with me. No. Kelly might be, but no. I won't probably ever make it. But anyhow. Thank you for tuning in. We're going to be back in Philippians chapter 3, and we're going to be at verse 12 today. I read through quite a bit of this yesterday. But verse 12, Paul says, I don't mean to say that I've already achieved these things or that I've already reached perfection, but I keep working toward that day when I will finally be all that Christ Jesus saved me for and wants me to be. And that's what I want to encourage you today. None of us are perfect.
No.
We can strive to do things right and strive to do things like the Bible instructs us and teaches us and how we feel led by the Spirit. But sometimes our flesh gets in the way. Our fear, our doubt, our worry, our unbelief, our anxieties, our emotions, our anger, whatever it may be. We've watched too much Fox News, CNN News, MSNBC, the local
too
news.
Many Washington Post.
Yeah, whatever, whoever we listen to forward Washington Post. I've been reading some stuff in the Jerusalem Post about some of the stuff going on in Israel with the coronavirus and the pandemic and all that. So it's kind of like Solomon said, you can never, you'll wear you out getting all the opinions and the things that people put and post. And I'm not saying it's wrong to be informed because we need to be informed of what's up to date on what's going on. But what I want to talk about is being all that Jesus asks us to be and wants to be. It's sad to say that a lot of Christians have a messed up view of what they really should be as Christians. And what they want to do then is take their viewpoint and try to make other people be like them. Yes. And Paul said to follow my example as I follow Christ. And we all have a different viewpoint of things and see things maybe politically different or in our own life. But our whole goal should be to strive to be like Christ, to bring encouragement and hope. But also Christ made some awful strong stands in his day. And when he made a stand, they didn't like that. The Jewish leaders didn't like it. The people didn't like it. And when he stood up, exactly. And when he said, I am the way, not a way, but the truth and the life, and no one can get to the Father except through me, they really didn't like that when he made that statement and that stand. But also they didn't like it when he cleaned out the temple. When he went in there and said, you've turned my Father's house, it should be a house of prayer, into a den of thieves and robbers. You're just making money. And they didn't like that. You know, they didn't like it when he told them that, called the Pharisees and Sadducees a den of snakes, a bunch of vipers. He said, you're a sepulcher. You're full of dead men's bones. They didn't like that, the religious establishment of that day. Right. And I've learned through this last several months, this pandemic, there's a lot of people that come to church that don't like what you have to say or do, and they get their feelings hurt and they get emotional. And that's fine. I love them. Go on, and that's all I can do. I can't help what you think or help what you do or help how you see what I try to say or what I try to do or anything like that. So all I can do is put it out there the best that I can, and then you take it and do with it what you can. And again, but it all boils back down to it is none of us are perfect. No. And what we have to understand here is that we try. Paul said, I've not already reached it, but I keep working toward that day. I will finally be all that Christ saved me for and wants me to be. And that's all. Phone's going off here. That's all. That's all I can do is all that Christ has want me, and I encourage you to do that. That you reach what Christ has called you to be, that he saved you for, and he wants you to be. So, Kelly, what's some of the things that you see that people try to push their own idea or agenda on everybody wanting to be like them?
Well, I mean, we're in the heat of the battle right now around our country about whether you should wear a mask or whether you should not wear a mask, whether you should get a vaccine or you should not get a vaccine. Instead of letting somebody make their own choice, we want them to do what we tell them to do. And I feel like people should be allowed to make their own choice. I mean, diabetics make their own choice every day as to whether they put food in their mouth that they shouldn't, or we don't mandate them. And I feel like this is just another way that we're just trying to make people do what we want them to do and not do what they feel like they are led to do.
Yeah, there's a lot. Like I said, I understand and I know that COVID-19 is real.
It's very real.
It's killing people. It's making people sick. I've got people that I know sick, getting over it. Some still battling it.
Yes.
Had a couple calls and texts today from people that asked for prayer.
Yes.
That's pretty sick. I know people that's vaccinated, that had both rounds of shots, that wore masks, that was real careful, they got it. I know people that wasn't careful that got it, that's not vaccinated that's got it. I mean, it goes on both sides of that, and you can talk about what the science says and all that, but I want to talk about what love says, and love says to love your neighbor as yourself, and sometimes your neighbor is going to be vaccinated or not vaccinated, wear a mask, not wear a mask. We can just sit back and do what we can do to get along, help, people, clothe people, feed people if they're sick, take them medicines. There's a lot of protocols out there that you can take. My personal doctor, Dr. Grillner's got a pretty good deal that I know a lot of people, even people my family's got sick, that got on some of the stuff that he got on and pushes and helps, a lot of vitamins and being healthy, eating the right thing, getting the right amount of rest, and not just, and again, I'm not against vaccines. I'm not an anti-vaxxer, but I'm a personal choice person.
I am too.
That believes if you don't feel that it's for you or you have an objection to it, then fine. Or if you want to get it, like I said in church a couple of weeks ago, if you want to go back, I'll take you over there. If you're sick or whatever, I'll take you to the doctor. I'll put on a mask, I'll put on a face shield, and I'll stick you in my vehicle or get in yours and take you over there or whatever if I can help you in it. I'm not going to go lick doorknobs and tell you to spit in my face, and I'll show you I got faith and it can't hurt me, or that's just stupid.
Right.
But when it all boils down to it, it's about, are we trying to really be all that Christ has called us to be? Not what the government's mandated, not what the CDC says, not what the FDA has approved for a vaccine. I got a text from a woman just a while ago, and I'm not trying to spread fear against the vaccine. They said, please pray for my mother had just got vaccinated and she's in there and it's not looking good right now at this moment. Maybe it doesn't have anything to do with the vaccine. Right. I'm praying for that person. I'm not saying, well, that's your own dumb fault because you went and got vaccinated. I'm not doing that.
And that's what we
exactly. I'm going to pray for her. She went and got it. She felt like that was her choice. Okay, and God keep her. God get her out of there. God, if it is the vaccine, if it's an underlying issue, that's something else. Let the doctor see it and help them. So I don't know why we can't do that and just be for each other and each other's choices in that. And the one that I'm stance I got, and I knew when I said it that it was going to come out and it was going to be an issue, is that when abortion. I see him flying around trying to get my mouth. I'll be hacking and gagging on it. Abortion. Those voices don't have a voice in that. But I'm also believing that I just make a woman have a kid and then not help her raise it and feed it, clothe it, because some of them can't. We need to make that opportunity if they can. That adoption is a lot simpler, easier process for people to do and not so expensive.
Oh my gosh,
and things like that to help those parents if they don't feel that they can raise that child in a safe manner. Okay, so be it. I'm not saying that'll be forced to do that. But there are just a lot of things that we need to sit back and look at as Christians that goes back to this that Paul said, I'm not perfect yet, and I'm not perfect. I don't say here to claim to know it all because I sure don't. I don't know
there is no
not
perfection.
A lot about anything.
There is no perfection.
But I know this, just like Paul said in verse 12. I don't mean to say I've already achieved perfection or I'm right where I'm walking in the power of Christ and his resurrection, but I keep working toward that day when I will finally be all that Christ saved me for and wants me to be. And that's what I'm working for. And that's what I'm trying to do, is get people to step up, protect your families, be prepared, not scared, be ready for the food shortages that are probably looking like they're coming. And even if it's just with the pandemic drags on, I don't know the outcome of that, but I know this: one day the trump's going to sound and we're going to see Jesus and meet him in the air and thus go with him forever. And what I'm going to do here, I'm going to try to reach all that Christ has saved me for, but I know that I'm not going to attain perfection here, but I don't have to because I had the perfect sacrifice in Jesus. Exactly. So God bless you. Hang in there. If we can help, let us know. Holler at us, 918-399.
5956.
59. I keep wanting to say 5968. I know that ain't right.
5956.
5956. So holler at us. We'll help you where we can and do what we can do to help you out. If you need some food, if you need some clothes, you need to ride to the doctor, somebody pick up some medicine for you, whatever, let us know.
Yes.
And we'll do the best that we can. So God bless you. We got church in here tomorrow night. Our K through 5th graders will be in here at 6. Our junior high and senior high youth will be in here at 7. Adult Bible study as well. It'll be a little after 7. Wait till we get the kids on the bus and our little kids bus back home and our youth get started. It's normally about 7:10 or so when we get started in our adult Bible study. We're in the book of Acts. Come out and join in on that tomorrow night. So God bless you. Remember, it's faith over fear, Christ over crisis. Be all we can be in Jesus. And where you've messed it up, just say, hey, I've messed this up, but I'm going to do better and be better. And not blame it off on somebody else or lay it off on somebody else. Say, Lord, help me.
And have hope in Jesus.
That's right.
Have hope in Jesus.
That's our hope. That's our peace. And we're going to get there It's all going to pan out in the end if we're in Him. So God bless you. Have a great, great Tuesday.